Alrighty guys, we are back for match number 3. Playing this Beaker Dan. The opponent with that GL. Keep this hand. This hand's great. Ooh, looks like we got a blue-red Delver. Damn. That's a good start for a blue-red Delver. Alright, so we're going to be looking to play bounce land, fetching planes, get this familiar out. Alright, it's nice that they didn't flip Delver and didn't have another land. Oh no, they just went to shuffle? That's what they did. They just wanted to shuffle away the card on top. Okay, sure. Well, I guess it's not that nice that they don't have counterspell next turn, because all we're going to do is play bounce land. I guess planes would be a good draw. Oops, almost messed up. Get the planes. I'd rather just discard Flicker, because that card's usually pretty clunky in the Delver matchups, and it's more about playing to the board and just making sure that you can sort of stop all their aggression. And basically, the idea is that if you resolve Mole Drifter, you probably win. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of this matchup. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to snap his Delver here. It doesn't expose us to the Lightning Bolt that he revealed to his Delver. It doesn't expose us to Spell Stutter Sprite. Seems like an overall solid play. And then I think I'll just go ahead and get for C out of my hand. It's a big fat card draw spell. We have just enough mana to cast it after the snap. And it does take a counterspell, which is pretty good considering that counterspell is typically the only card that cleanly answers Mole Drifter. Of course, Bolt and Scrad will do it, but that's after the fact. And I've already gotten to draw my 2 cards. Alright, so the opponent is tapping very low here, and they still have not played a Delver. They're looking for most likely another island to sort of be able to play Delver and hit their land drop this turn, I imagine. Which they did not find, and that's pretty good for us. They found a tap land. And they still have that stupid little Lightning Bolt. So I could either Compulsive or Preordain here. If I Preordain, I might want to play the Fam also. But that's obviously not very good because the opponent has Lightning Bolt. I think I might just Compulsive Research then. It's just more expensive. It's easier to play a Preordain. Oh, this is obviously pretty bad. We do want to hit lands. This is like really bad. This is why I want to Preordain. If I Preordain here, this is way better. Oh, this was probably a foolish mistake. So let's see. Again, if I discard 2 cards, what do I discard? Like maybe Preordain and Compulsive, so then I just keep all these fat cards that I want to do stuff with. But then the opponent just goes like Delver, hold up, counterspell, and then I can I could play Ashburn, snap the thing, play Mole Drifter. But they could also just play a Fairy Miscreant, hold up Spell Stutter. Or they could just play both guys. I think I'm gonna discard 2 cards and keep the land. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it like this. It's pretty bad. It's definitely not good. So now for the hard question. Do we play the Ashburns? If we draw a bounce line, it's fine. But if we draw a bounce line, everything's fine. If we don't draw lands, it's pretty bad, I guess. The second blue source is pretty important. So this is a really tough call. I think I'm gonna just pass. This is definitely not a favorable position, I don't think. Though post board, with the Alexi's Cloaks, it might get a little bit better because we would be able to, like, we basically would be given a lot more opportunities to actually cast a FAM and stick it to the board with, by giving it Shroud with Alexi's Cloak. So I haven't actually tried this matchup with Alexi's Cloak yet, and I should hope that it's at least somewhat effective. But in theory, I think it could potentially be pretty effective against this deck. Against the blue-red Delver deck. This is like, yeah, this deck in red-white, it sucks to like have those decks be your bad matchups because those are just the best decks in the format, in my opinion. And maybe the Tron deck, some Tron deck too. But I really do think that white-red and blue-red Delver are like a cut above the rest. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the combination of cheap flying threats out of both decks. Flying is a pretty great keyword in Pauper. And also the Pyroblasts out of the sideboard, those are pretty effective too. And definitely a reason why. That's one of, well, that's one of the better decks. So our opponent's taking a while, and that's all good. I don't know. Hopefully they just like tap out, and then we get to like play a Snap and a Muldrifter and like a Familiar too. That would be sick. It's probably not gonna happen though, because they're a stupid Delver player. And they don't like to tap out. They like to keep up all the counters. Play the stupid Delvers. Play the stupid Delvers. Ugh. All right, so our opponent's taking just about forever. You guys all pull up the deck list, maybe see if we want to make any changes. Oh, opponent made a move. So they did actually play both of the guys here. So I could like play a Familiar. Could like play, no, I mean I could like cycle Ashbrands for an island, then play Nightscape Familiar, or play Sunscape Familiar. And have Snap up? No, that's really bad if they have Spell Stutter. That's really, really bad if they have Spell Stutter. This is a freaky line, but I think I like it. I think I'm just gonna play the Sunscape and play the Ash Barrens. This obviously punishes us very hard for not playing it last turn. You know, whatever. So now they're repping that Spell Stutter pretty hard. If I make them use it though. Oh shit! Fuck! God damn it! I meant to fucking click Snap. Oh fuck. Okay. At least they didn't get Spell Started. Spell Started was a card that I was really scared about there. Really scared of, rather. If we got bolted again, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, they go with the Ponder into Bolt effect. That's pretty bad. And they still have a counterspell up. So I guess it's just sort of go time. It's kind of Muldrifter or Buzz time. If they let this resolve, I might actually just play Prosperous Pirates because it lets me cast Muldrifters 2 turns in a row, and it's annoying for them because they probably have counterspell up and they're probably trying to snipe my Muldrifter. Cool, they counter it. It's like annoying, but if that's their last counterspell, then we do get to like go Snap into Muldrifter this turn. So hopefully they like, we know one of the cards in their hand is Delver, Scred, and then their third card we don't know. It's not a bad draw at all. So let's see. I guess I'm gonna bounce the Augur here just because it's 2 mana, and I think I should try to snap something and play Muldrifter here. I think the opponent is potentially vulnerable, and we should try to take advantage of that. Nice. Mole Drifter is in there. That's very good for us. We know they have a Scred to kill it, but this is like just generally a good tempo and card advantage play at the same time. I guess it's not that great of a tempo play, but just the fact that I resolved and we made them spend mana on their turn is pretty good. So here they go land Preordain. God, that sucks. They put a card on top and top, so they probably have a counterspell now, and we're super dead. Either that or we're getting ninja'd. No, they probably just have like a counterspell into ninja. So we'll just hope that their counterspell is Spellstarter Spray and play Mole Drifter, and we'll get counterspelled and concede the game. Ooh, Mole Drifter resolve, baby. Ooh, Mole Drifter alert. Mole Drifter alert. Alright, so if the opponent doesn't have a kill spell, now this is like an insane spot. If they do have a kill spell, it's like fine. And we're back to like crying and whining about Blue Red Delver. Cause that's basically all I do. All I do is whine about Blue Red Delver. I hate that deck. And Tribe. Man, we're just going up against all the decks I hate this league. In other words, all the good decks. So I mean, this is pretty good. We got a free block here with our Mole Drifter. That's definitely like the plan. And then next turn we can like play. They go for a Gusherino. So I think I'm gonna leave with the Fam here. I think the Ponder is actually probably more important. Maybe should have not played the land first to potentially be able to play Evolving Wilds. They don't actually counter our Fam. I think I'm gonna play Ponder. If we get Spellstarter, it's obviously horrible. But I think they're like sometimes they don't Spellstarter stuff, especially against this deck with like Snap and Familiars. I mean, they just didn't Spellstarter Familiar. Actually, I think that's a better reason to go for it. So I put the Seagate on top. We can Seagate into a bounce land here. I think I'm gonna try to shuffle. I want to hit like a big card draw or like another Mole Drifter. Nice. So that's definitely a big card draw. I'm gonna leave up Regeneration mana on the Fam. That could either get us a free block or potentially make them want to use Bolt on Mole Drifter. So we get counterspelled. That's annoying. Back to crying and whining about Blue Red Delver, as always. So I mean, if they don't have a kill spell here, this is not. They don't really have good attacks. So let's see. Do I want to try and take the free block or get the trade with Mole Drifter? I guess I want to take the free block because Mole Drifter does a lot of work on this board. Potentially holding back the Fey Miscreant, the Delver that I think we know is in there. They have the Scred for a Familiar. That's okay. That's fine. We have our Mole Drifter around now. I think that's worth something. And we do, of course, have the Capsize in our hand, which is, I mean, this card can do work. It's an instant speed threat versus Delver, which is like hard to come by. So definitely gonna leave back the Mole Drifter this turn. That's pretty bad. I think we just have to let it resolve, and we have to try and get a block in with our Mole Drifter, or at least get our Mole Spell out of his hand. And then we're going to try and Capsize it, which I can't imagine that's going to work. But what it might do is allow us to resolve a Mnemonic Wall next turn. So I can't imagine the opponent doesn't attack with everything here. They're probably going to like have a Ninja too, but they probably won't play it actually. If they're going to go about killing our Mole Drifter, they won't be able to play the Ninja as well as hold up Counterspell. So I think we just have to take this fat hit here. Kind of sucks. Kind of sucks a lot. They played Delver. I guess I'm just going to start capsizing their board. I think I'm going to start with the creatures to just sort of try and stabilize. Oh, that's really annoying. Yeah, they scored their own Delver. Get rid of our Capsize. And we know they have a Spellstarter Sprite? No, we killed their Spellstarter Sprite. We know they have a very miscreant, that's right. No, they didn't actually ninja us last turn, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna try to resolve the mnemonic wall. This is kind of our Hail Mary at this point. Yeah, it's a no-go. So I can't imagine we win this game anymore. Basically we need to have our opponent to have like absolute nothing. We can like, I don't even know. It sucks. Oh, I hate blue-red Delver. Alright, I'm gonna click concede now. Why did you do this to me, Kung Fu Trees? Why did you make this deck? Alright, so let's see. For this matchup, I guess we'll try our new tech out. Like, Reaping is like the way to get around counter spells, but the thing is that they just have so much pressure that you can never take a turn off to cast Reaping. Like, by the time that you're Reaping for anything reasonable, you're usually dead. It sucks. So, as far as what to cut, I could see cutting a Seagate, a Flicker, like a Capsize, and I guess a 4C maybe. Maybe we don't want to cut too much card draws, so we can cut Hidden Strings instead. Maybe we do cut 4C for Seagate actually. This keeps our deck nice and fluffy with all the card draws. The card draws to find other card draws. This hand's alright. We have land, bounce land. I think I'll keep land, bounce land plus good mana. So I think I probably will get Swamp next turn. I can play Seagate on turn 3, and also the Swamp allows us to play Familiar plus Alexi's Cloak. If it's a Nightscape Familiar, I mean. So opponent has a turn 1 threat, which sucks. That's great for them. Turn 1 threats are good. We'll just go ahead and get our Swamp. Alright, it's nice that they have to pay a mana to get their second land out. Does sort of give us a little bit of flexibility next turn. Hopefully we draw a Fam here. No, we did not. So I could try to preordain and hit a Fam. I think I will do that. I think that's really important right now. I think I can put the Muldrifter second from the top. There's not really a way that we can use Muldrifter next turn. So it's better to just have access to a steady flow of Fams. And that was probably the best Ponder we could ask for. So hopefully our Fam survives here. It does not look like the opponent has red mana yet. Wow. Opponent's a little bit brainstorm locked here. That's kind of good for us. They go for a ninja, so that's going to alleviate their brainstorm lock a bit, but we will still get to do some stuff this turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the second Fam down and play a Seagate Oracle to sort of shut down his ninja play. And this way we have many targets that the opponent wants to remove. Both of the Familiars and the Seagate at this point are all like removable threats. They got a Gush. It's pretty good. It's going to be hard for them to hold up Counterspell and kill one of our guys this turn, so they probably have to choose between those. Yeah, they did draw the Ashburn, so they would have been able to potentially kill our guy this turn. But they're going to choose instead to hold up Counterspell. It's very reasonable. They discard a Scred and a Gush. Okay. So we just Snap. That's pretty great here. That's like really good. It's really good. So I think I'm going to actually bait with Muldrifter here. If the opponent counters the Muldrifter, we can do some good stuff. So then as far as what to snap, I guess I'll snap the Miscreant because it's pretty, like the Ninja doesn't do anything. I could have snapped my own guy, but I think I do want to just make the opponent have to spend more mana. I guess I'll take another fan. Just in case he kills one this turn. I think I am actually just going to strap up here. Could have gone for the flicker to draw cards. That was like the other option. Oh, I guess I probably should have played the fan. That was a mistake. This is a pretty good spot though. This is not a bad spot at all. So they're going to kill our other fan. That's fine. Draw land. That's cool. So if they have Spell Starter, it's a bit annoying for them to Spell Starter the Familiar here, but we still would get to resolve our Flicker in that case. I'm going to go ahead and strap up the other fam. This is just going to give us like a 2 fams strapped up. That's super good. That's like for the rest of the game, all of our cards cost 2 less mana. That's so good. So I got another Miscreant. I'm trying to hold on to the Flicker to make it like bad for them to counter it. I think I'm gonna just wait, not use the Flicker yet. We draw Wall. So I could end of turn Flicker now. That's probably what I'll do, and then untap and threaten to Wall Flicker, which is way more threatening than Flicker on 2 Seagate. Opponent's got a Delver. That's not too big of a deal. They're going to go ahead and get in with both of the guys as expected. And I will go for the Flicker here. If they kill one of our Seagates, it's like slightly annoying. That's not that bad of a play for them, honestly. Looks like what's going to happen. No, they're going to Pyro our card. Cool. So that kind of indicates that they don't have more counters. Nope. Okay, never mind. I think typically, or actually no, what it indicates is that they have more Pyroblasts. That's definitely what it indicates, because the only reason for them to use Pyroblast first over Counterspell is that they only have 1 Counterspell, and they want to be able to, and they only have 1 red mana, right? So they want to be able to use their Pyroblasts and get them out of their hand. So they flip a Delver. That's pretty bad. We're gonna probably lose now. They're just gonna like attack us for 6 and then like ninja us next turn and like have a Pyroblast, so we can never do anything. That sucks. That sucks. We're gonna lose. It sucks. But if we draw like Mulldrifter, maybe we win. Nope. So they kept their Ponder. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Alright, I guess we just have to wait. We're like super dead. They're probably just gonna ninja us next turn. And we're about to be 0-3. 0-3, baby. 0-3, baby. But we will finish this league. You know, it's nice to just play matches and test out the new tech. The changes to the deck that I've made. Yeah, Blue Red Delver is pretty good. So, pretty nice, not a bad draw. It sucks that we have to spend a blue. I probably can't keep that. I need to find card. I need to find card draw. But I guess if my opponent has nothing and this works, and I find Prosperous Pirates, I win. But yeah, I can't imagine that happens. Cool. GG. Alright, so that was match 3. A little bit unfortunate. I guess you can see how the deck plays out against some of the more strong decks in the format. I hate losing Delver, but you know, click the like button, click the subscribe button if you want to see more familiar content. There definitely will be more.